What will happen with Berserk as a series? I'm pretty sure this is a question that you've asked, as I've asked many, many times, hence why you're on this video. And the truth is it's undecided. I'm not going to dilly-dally around it. The editorial staff in the magazine from which Berserk is published is yet to decide what they're going to do with the series. This coming from a very reliable source, which usually would tell us when the chapters would drop, so you know, this is a source that I definitely trust. So around the end of December is when this would be posted, and now we're about to enter February, or at least we're not too far, right? So regarding all of this and the possible news, I can understand the immense amount of concern, worry, and just dread regarding this entire situation, because, you know, this is a thing that there's so many factors that we just don't know. One of the biggest ones, and if not the most important one, is Miura's wishes regarding all of this. Did Miura train his assistants with Doranki intending for them to continue Berserk without him, or simply that they could assist him while he was still there? Me personally, I am of the belief that Miura, knowing his health condition, would have trained his assistants for if the worst were to happen. But then again, that's just mere speculation on my part. I don't want to impose that to actually have been the case. I've addressed this earlier, but I've seen so many people talk about not letting the assistants touch it at all, and I've always said again, these are people that Miura would have selected with confidence to depict his story. Again, whether with or without him, though, I don't know. And continuing even further, did Miura leave anything behind in terms of planning to help the assistants if they ever were to continue the series? Does the editorial staff continue the series regardless of any of that, just for the sake of the series being successful? And if the series were to come back, how frequently would it be released? All of these things being a part of few of many, many different conversations I and other Berserk fans have had regarding the fate of the series. And then there's the one other possibility. The one that is the hardest to accept, because there's always that little bit of hope. But what if the series never comes back? What if they decide to end it there at 364? Now, I personally believe that 364, given the context of what had happened with Miura's passing, is perfect. It's the ultimate cliffhanger. And for it not to have been planned as the original ending for Berserk, but for the series to have stopped there is just... it's insane. There's the amount of what-ifs, the amount of questions, the sadness, and really the tragedy of it all is just so fitting for the series of Berserk, isn't it? But then again, once again, coming to that reality that what if we never get a chapter? We never find out all of the things that we'd been speculating upon. Would I be upset? I mean, of course. Who wouldn't be? This is my favorite series of all time, and I think without this series, I wouldn't have all of the opportunities that I have now. That's not an exaggeration. This is, I mean, come on, you guys know. Of course I'd want to see more of this series. Of course I'd want to see what happens next with all of these characters that I love and all of the mysteries that I've been pondering over so many times. But life moves on. We all have series that we fall deeply in love with and that impact us above all others. And it doesn't matter whether or not we agree on what series that is. What matters is that you have something like that in your life. And you know, yeah, it sucks, obviously, at the idea of it all coming to an end and it not being fulfilled in the way that I envisioned for a few years now. But, I mean, I can't even imagine what it's like for the Berserk fans who have been around over a decade. So with this undecided nature of the series, even though it's tough, I think it's time that we do face the realities of the possibility of it never coming back and just being it. Despite all of the amazing things that were being revealed in the recent chapters. Could you imagine, like, shortly after this video comes out, they announce a new chapter? That would just be something, wouldn't it? But that's all regarding the news with Berserk and my own personal opinions at the current moment regarding the fate of the series. Don't really feel like stretching out the video much longer. It'd be unnecessary. Hopefully you enjoyed this, or if it was at least informative. Make sure to like, comment. Man, I'm not even in the mood for this shit. Bye.